Bore da, a chroeso I ddinas Caerdydd ac I seremoni raddio Prifysgol Caerdydd. Good morning and welcome to the City of Cardiff and to the graduation ceremony of Cardiff University. I'm Dr. Chris Turner, and it is with great pleasure that as University Director, I welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony. We are here to celebrate our students' achievements, and I am particularly pleased to welcome parents, family and friends to join in this celebration. I'm joined here on stage by the President, the Vice-Chancellor, the academic staff and the President of the Students' Union. The President of the University, Professor Sir Martin Evans, will formally open proceedings, and the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. David Grant, will receive students to their awards. To my left is Professor David Skilton, the University Orator, and later he will introduce our Honorary Fellow. Honorary Fellowships are awarded at our graduation ceremonies to those who have achieved considerable distinction in their field, and today we're honoured to welcome Mr. David Seligman. Students, today marks a marvellous milestone in your life, as it does in the lives of those who have supported you over the last few years. And it's good to see that so many of them are here today. I'm sure it will enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the day if we spend just a few moments going through the procedures for the ceremony. For those of you receiving an award today, perhaps you thought passing your exams was the biggest challenge in gaining your degree, but an even bigger challenge faces you today. You have still to cross this stage and shake hands with the correct person. Try not to seek your award from anyone other than the Vice-Chancellor. The order of proceedings is included in the programme, along with the words used for the various stages of the ceremony under the relevant heading. A presenter will read out the names of the students being received to the same award. When each name is called, the student will ascend the stage, walk towards the Vice-Chancellor and shake his hand. Whilst past experience has shown this to be a little more challenging than it sounds, your approach to the stage and your return to your seat will be carefully guided by our specially trained marshals. So don't worry, once the ceremony is underway, it really is a case of follow the leader. When you leave the stage, you will stand with your group facing the stage, and the Vice-Chancellor will formally receive you to your awards. You will doff in reply, and you will then be reseated by the marshals. When all awards have been received, students will be asked to stand to receive the university's greetings. Also, and importantly, can I please invite you to clap only after the Vice-Chancellor has admitted each group of graduates to their awards, and not as each one crosses the stage. This will help with our webcast and will ensure, I think, that your hands are still in reasonable working order by the end of the ceremony. Finally, can I also ask that you check to ensure that your mobile phone is switched off, please? We will be providing some musical entertainment later in the ceremony, and I can assure you it'll be better than anything your combined ringtones can produce. Enjoy the ceremony.
Bore da. Good morning. I'm Professor Sir Martin Evans, and I'm President of Cardiff University. All of you sitting there, eagerly waiting to be admitted as graduates of this magnificent university, deserve congratulations several times over. Congratulations, first of all, on winning admission to Cardiff. Cardiff is one of the most sought-after universities in the UK. Admission standards are high, and selection, as you may well remember, is extremely competitive. For every one of you, 6 or 7 other applicants were fighting for your place. Cardiff University is, moreover, one of the most sought after in the world. Many of you may have travelled great distances for the challenges and rewards of a degree from this university. Cardiff students are valued around the world for their skills, knowledge, and their attitude. Secondly, congratulations on your years of study here. Research-led teaching is one of the distinctive features of Cardiff University. Your lecturers and professors are some of the most original and pioneering thinkers in their chosen fields. Many of you will have participated in research projects, learned to ask new questions, challenge conventional wisdom. Whether you stay in academic research or pursue another career, this inquiring mind will stand you in a very good stead. We also pride ourselves in involving you, the students, in the development and direction of your courses. The inspectors for the UK review body for university teaching gave Cardiff the highest possible rating for standards of teaching and learning. They particularly praised partnerships with students at all levels of decision-making. The School of Law is internationally respected and the leading provider of professional legal training in Wales. Over 90% of graduates go straight into employment or further education. Graduates have achieved exceptional success, becoming, for instance, the youngest solicitor advocate, achieving the highest score in the history of Malaysia's legal qualifying exam, and leading top law firms. The School of Chemistry has a track record of internationally leading innovative research across the chemical sciences. You should be justifiably proud of the school's excellent teaching programme and of the accreditation by the Royal Society of Chemistry of your degree schemes. Congratulations, too, on what you have brought to Cardiff and to Wales. In recent years, students have successfully combined study with setting up their own enterprises. Among other causes, their efforts have helped the homeless here in Cardiff and paid for clean water in Africa. Many of you may have taken part in Student Volunteering Cardiff, one of the largest such schemes in the country. Students have given more than 80,000 hours in the past year, helping more than 800 people every week. You are a prime reason why Cardiff University is so valued in its home community. Congratulations to all of you who are graduating today. We all know what an achievement that is and how many individual efforts and struggles and successes it has entailed. Congratulations are also due to the hard-working staff who have taught you, some of whom are here to see you receive your degrees today. And most importantly, congratulations to family, parents, partners, husbands, wives, and supporters, many of whom will have given so much towards your successes. We owe a lot to the support of parents, family, partners, both moral support, guidance, and encouragement, but in many cases, also considerable financial support. I encourage, please, those of you who graduated here today to send your heartfelt thanks to everyone who has helped you. Now, a word from me to the new graduates. Please enjoy this day, but don't think it's all over. This is the beginning of your future. You are entering on a process of lifelong learning, and your tutors will hope that much more than the knowledge and facts that they have imparted to you is an understanding of the methods of learning, of study and analysis and scholarship, which should serve you well for the rest of your days. Go out into the community, your community, to educate, to explain evidence-based knowledge, to encourage thought, not prejudice, and to be prepared, please, to defend education. Derek Bock, the former president of Harvard University, coined the phrase, "If you think education is expensive, just try ignorance." I feel that we really should be using our knowledge for the good of mankind, but I'm also keenly aware of potential abuses and misuses. We are bombarded by partial and sometimes biased and misleading information, and I feel that by far the best prospect for responsible application and regulation must lie with a better informed public, and you, the modern graduates, must provide that information. You might like to consider a slightly pessimistic quotation from Francis Bacon. "Things alter for the worse spontaneously, if they be not altered for the better designedly." Now, I've been using that quotation all week, but I know here we have some chemists. And I'd like to point out to you, who may have gone to sleep, that of course is a literary formulation of the second law of thermodynamics. And conversely, for those of you who are not scientists here, you might like to cherish that phrase as your answer to the challenge from C.P. Snow's Two Cultures, that every educated person should know what the second law of thermodynamics is. Well, that's not it in full, but I think if you quote that as a literary version, you'll get away with it. Thomas Jefferson said that the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Please be well informed and vigilant. We are now entering into the second decade of the 21st century. You'll be among the professionals who will need to lead this and other nations. It will not be an easy job. There is a lot to be done, and I hope you will all leave here with a solid determination to contribute to the culture, welfare, and prosperity of your family, your communities, and of mankind. I urge you to be the gatekeepers of good sense and the educators for tomorrow. Enjoy today.
Nerth glad ei gwybodaeth, boed hysbys i holl aelodau'r Brifysgol ac ar hyd a lled y byd fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod siarter frenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwedd eu hastudiaethau a'i hysgol heicdod wedi ei haroli'n briodol yn unol â statudau'r Brifysgol ac wedi cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth ddathlu llwyddiant y rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe hatgoffon o'i cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu o werthoedd y Brifysgol hon. Nod iddynt hwy yw ceisio, drwy y cyflawniadau, wasanaethu'r lles pawb, ymdrechu sicrhau'r rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth, ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb, gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation and in doing so remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence in all things and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation.
I, Professor Gillian Douglas, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Shahryar Hamid Afridi. Binita Agarwal. Ryan Vonique Anne-Marie Albury. Syed Murtaza Ali Shah. Ulisha Allen. Shatara Andrews. Helena Francesca Asperu. Kerry Barrett. Eleanor Barrow. Claire Michelle Bennett. Kate Alexandra Betteridge. Sajawal Bhutta. Emma Marie Boyce. Charlotte Victoria Boyd. Johnny Bradbury. Liam Anthony Bradley. Sian Meyer Brain. Faye Brannan. Tirza Brunick. Daniel Gareth Brixey. Nicole Louise Bunn. Joanna Jane Burton.
Borada, good morning. At this point in the ceremony, and at other equivalent times, it is a tradition of the university for the Vice-Chancellor to speak in Welsh to receive each group of graduates to their awards. The Welsh phrase I will use, when translated, means, through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the degree, which I will name, and to all the privileges of that degree. Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Scott Anthony Butler. Mark Andrew Carlis. Rebecca Jane Caswell. Charlotte Louise Catling. Kerry Ann Chapman. Hui Ann Chu. Ung Chia Chi. Cho Jia Cham. John Michael Chidwick. Maria Clara Ho Chun Ying. Joel Ralph Weston Clendining. Oliver Lewis Code. Ria Coleman. Helen Colling. Laura Collins. Laurie Collins. Sophie Louise Compton. Ashley Emlyn Cruthern. Matthew Crovers. Chun Rui Dai.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ag I holl ffyreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Kelly Ann Davies. Louise Davies. Oliver Charles Davies. Samuel Joshua Davies. Nicholas Don de Figueiredo. Owen John Dixon. Louise Rebecca Edmonds. Amy Edwards. Ezine Diana Ejiyama. Bethan Claire Elliott. Andrew Jeffrey Eustace. Christopher David Evans. Elizabeth Evans. Philippa Ann Evans. Stefan John Evans. William Stephen Eyre. Jenny Helen Farrington. Charlotte Ella Fletcher. James Richard Joseph Franchik. Keisha Laverne Patricia Frett. Eleanor Jane Fruin.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffyreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Neha Ali Gohar. Sadia Ghaffar. Anjali Ghosh. Richard Carlo Giannini. John Darren Ross Gilmore. Samantha Gingell. Robert James Goodwin. Katie Louise Grace. Catherine Laura Gray. Beth Reed Greasley. Katie Ann Green. Ellery Sian Griffiths. Rebecca Grimes. Asta Gupta. Edward Hallam. Philip Robert Hamilton. Marvin Hanna. Thomas William Hannant. Beth Whittington Harris. Claire Roseanne Hawkins. Jessica Louise Hellard. Leanne Natalie Higgins.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaeth chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Daniel Joseph Higginson. Gemma Katie Hill. Jodie Noreen Valmai Hubbard. Chun Hang Hui. Catherine Hurst. Ko Zhe Jia. Yo Wei Jen. Rahim Jindani. Howell Jones. Lauren Jones. Mared Hav Jones. Rodri David Jones. Ili Isyan Binti Kamaluddin. Jessica Adelaide Keeling. Sean Terence Teo Ken Wan. Wong Vic Kai. Lisa Marie Knight. Gwion Tudor Larson. Bin Hao Lee. Cassandra Ying Ying Lee. Chen Hui Lee. Christina Kate Lee.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymdiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ag I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Lic Yi Lee. Mun Lin Lee. Xia Liang Lee. Rupinder Kaur Lega. Yui Kwan Leung. Rhiannon Patricia Lewis. Yet Sheng Liao. Zara Alka Liedl. Kaylee Ann Linford. Carmelia Cheong Yi Ling. Fion Medi Lloyd. Jia Wei Lo. Hurley Sweat Yen Lo. Kai Yen Loi. Xiao Wei Long. Thomas Leonard McLaren. Sarah McGill. Richard John Marsh. Andrew Paul Martin. Victoria McAllery.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ag I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Cesare McCardle. Jamie Donald MacDonald. Carolyn McKenna. Samantha Mia. Alistair Duncan Miller. Chen Siu Ming. Bethan Mitchell. Charlotte K. Mitchell. Charlotte Mitchell Dunn. Amira Mohammed Taki. Ben Moore. Abby Morgan. Leanne Susan Jeanne Mulder. Caris Josepha Murphy. Christopher Paul Colin Neal. Stephen David Nelson. Fiona Louise Nesfield. Yi Jia Ung. Melissa Emily Noble.
Rwy awdurdod y Brifysgol yn ddyrchiadwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Lucy Jane O'Boy. Lucy Marie O'Neill. Catherine O'Reilly. Caris Lucy Holly Palmer. Shikar Pandit. Andrew Parsons. Helen Porter. Reese Powell. Charlotte Ann Pritchard. Tanya Elizabeth Pugh. Kanchan Puri. Jack Gregory Perkis. Gemma Joanne Queenborough. Melanie Lara Nicole Racine. Sivam Bigai Rajendran. Taranga Deepamali Rana Singha. Edward Porritt Rapley. Rebecca Emma Rashid. Harveen Reiki.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Christopher Sean Rhodes. Jennifer Rebecca Richardson. Oliver James Riley. Owen Roberts Thomas. Oliver Robinson. Emma Rolfe. Natalia Aramena Louise Roll. Eleanor Rowlands. Annabelle Russell. Cindy Sim Jin Yi. Elizabeth Diane Slattery. Danielle Elizabeth Spencer. Laura Spurgeon. Imogen Stiert. Christopher James Stewart. Olivia Suzanne Stibbs. Rathika Surendran. Eugene Tan. Sealing Tan. Shin Yen Te. Alessia Maria Rafaela Thomas.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Eve Victoria Thomas. Kate Felicity Thomas. Sarah Ann Thomas. Luke Christopher Thorngate Davies. Lauren Kimberly Topper. Luke Joshua Truella. Francesca Rachel Tuckerman. Matthew John Urin. Aswini Uthaya Kuma. Anuj Verma. Jayaraja K. Vijay Manohar. Kate Ellen Walsh. Care Ching Wan. Holly Alexandra Webb. Ivy West. Gemma Rebecca Williams. Lisa Joanne Williams. Reese James Williams. Samantha Fawn Williams. Caroline Elizabeth Woodham. Nurulain Arina Yusuf.
Trwy awdurdod a prifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Morwenna Benalik. Tara Louise Campbell. Rhys Edward Davies. Cerys Doughty. James Paul Drew. Sarah Mary Heatley. Benjamin Robert Jones. Nicola Claire Kelly. Hannah Louise Laverick. Laura Ann Rogers. Stephanie Rolfe. Lisa Marie Thomas. Stephanie Joanne Todd. Sophie Wilkinson. Jade Louise Williams. Lucy Jane Williams. Sally Mae Wood. Sarah Jane Rayford. Laura Felicity Wynne. Guillaume Bardi. Thomas Michael Bradley. Joseph Geen.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddirchiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffyreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Mandy Charlotte Gould. Echlu Harv. Victoria Louise Halloran. Leah Mavanwi Heel. Catherine Jane Law. Anna Lois Parry. Kimberly Elizabeth Yvette Parry. Alice Claire Rawlinson. Katie Richards. Hannah Salerno. Oliver Wira Surya. Jordan Alexander Bowder. Coralie Jane Birchall. Katie Louise Gunner. Nakita Ann Hall. Richard Purchase. Tatevik Sargsyan. Nicholas Mark Taylor. Robert James Wallace. Nicholas William Wolfe. Natalie Emma Chambers. Alexandra Davies.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Elliot Michael Dudley. Bethan Ruth Evans. Fionn Lowry Hughes. Oliver Paul Jenkins. Adrian Neelan Jitu Naik. Alexa Bethany Roseblade French. Joseph Searson. Natasha Louise Trathan. William Ryde. Nicholas John Boileau Wright. Lucy Olsworth. Charlene Victoria Anderson. Eleanor Catherine Parry Jones. Laura Jane Morris. Catherine Mary Plunkett. Sarah Waddington. Bethan Wynne Davies. Dana Meyer Jones. Lois Angharad Jones. Rhiannon Teleri Lewis. Gareth Rees.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Christopher Morley, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Adiba Zaib Akram. Rebecca Jane Cresswell. Emma Jane Evans. Hugh Franken. Edward Fox Smith. Samuel David William Glaspole. Liam David Hill. Samuel Jackson. Christopher Simon Jones. Jenna Karen McSorley. Chithu Mia. Jahian O. Samuel David Patterson. Azim Rafi. Luke William John Richards. Tilik Rostad. Ian Edward Thomas. Hayden Matthew Townley. Tracy Ann Weldrick. Alexandra Elizabeth Mary Wally. Geraint Paul Williams. Owain Michael Williams.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd i mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau'r rathon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Christopher Morley, introduce those who have received the degree of Master in Chemistry. Owen Bonello. Thomas Oliver Broomfield. Abigail Ann Louise Churchill. David Harry Collis. Martin David Dranfield. Sophie Jane Edwards. Gregory Richard Edwards Gore. Rebecca Evans. Richard Christian Malpas Evans. Philip Daniel Geely. James Griffith. Richard Alexander Ilsley. Mark Isaacs. Lucy Jones. Carrie Leanne Knight. Claire Ruth Minton. Claire Ann Morton. Rebecca Kate Pinnell. Julian Hugh Rowley. Anthony Ruston. Catherine Mary Sharples. Kate Marie Smith. Bethan Ray Stevens. Matthew David Thomas. Nathan Andrew Thomas. Emily Venton.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn cemeg ac I holl ffraniau'r rathon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Terry Threadgold, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Laws. Ian Stewart Blaney. Russell James Edward Dewhurst. Stephen John Arthur Eyre. Leslie Turnbull Whitfield. Malik Sohail Ashik. Ekaterini Burdo. Pramod Bhosle. Nikhil Chopra. Olakunle Fatai Durosinmi Eti. Andrula Haji Giorgio. Edward Luke Hampson. Lisa Jane Henry. Priyanka Chandrakant Kale. Muhammad Salman Khan. Alicia Yin San Leong. Nasrat Mahmood. Yumiko Naneo. Rosemary Atienne Okimbe. Kate Louise Staple. Iobambo Williams. Kansu Aikota. Pierre Emmanuel Barbier.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Bilal Khalid. Carleen Burgee. Simon Bienvenu. Anthony Aurelian Daniel Borgery. Audrey Costes. Vincent Arthur de Boniface. Antoine de Lontivy de Trédion. Marie Dige. Emily Marie Gayson. Marie Astrid Jard. Marie-Claude Geneviève Lalou. Maxime Pascal Philippe Leoni. Sophia Morena Macchiardi. Juliette Marisal. Camila Sandra Pabelchik. Sophie Marie Aimée Provost. Baptiste Laurent Jean-Christophe Rigaudot. Paul René Jean Servilla. Nubia Souza Boafo. Mathieu Jean-Paul Émile Vies. Justine Catherine Argett.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro yn y cyfraith iau ac I holl ffyraniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Jeffrey Anthony Allen. Adrian Bernard Shervington Ball. Cynthia Faith Barber. Dominique Van Huat Chu. Jane Leslie Cottrell. Thomas Daniel Grace. Peter John Judge. Kenneth McCallum Lavery. Carol Althea McDaniel. Janet Mariam Messer. Carol Monks. David William Morgan. Biserka Pavlovich. Dorothy Lynn Rees. Cheryl Ann Roach Price. Anne Rouse. Nakul Talwar. Olwen Ann Tringham. Anne Marie Weller. Melanie Jane Westlake. Jonathan Paul Whalen.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro yn y cyfraith iau ac I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Terry Threadgold, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Dwayne Owen Carey. Neve Winifred Hickey. Abdul Qadir Hassan Mohammed Mohammed.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Terry Threadgold, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Philosophy. Christopher Andrew Smith. Jinto Manjali Anthony Kati.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymdrechiadwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Terry Threadgold, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Mansoor Daish S. Ajarim. Raja Al-Otaibi. Michael Brian Andrews. Richard John Arthur. Daniel Stephen Cooper. Jonathan David Peter Council. Rhiannon Mary Evans. Jonathan Ferguson. Marie Naomi Gilmore. Natasha Louise Hammond Browning. Sawat Iqbal. Sabine Kneissel.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymdrechiadwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doether mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Oliver Laderbeck. Matthew James Loveday. Peter John Mijiak. Thomas Kerry Page. Russell Sandberg. Hugh Aubrey Tallis. Nicholas John Taylor. Robert Taylor. Zheng Chan Zhuan. Neil James Young.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymdrechiadwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doether mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Now, before I present the final graduand for his degree at this morning's ceremony, I want to pause briefly and just say a few words both about the man and about the degree that he's about to receive. The next award is for a Doctor of Laws. This is a degree which is known as a senior doctorate, and a doctorate that is achieved usually by somebody who already has a very significant career behind them, and has achieved a great range and sustained output of research over a long period, which has been now judged by his peers to be worthy of this degree. You will not see many of them awarded in ceremonies of this kind. It is a really outstanding achievement. Professor David Myers, who is to receive this award, received his early degrees in Leeds and in Toronto. He was a visiting fellow at Wolfson College, Oxford, for a period, and he worked at Queen's University, Belfast, before he came to Cardiff. He was made a Professor of Law in 1992. He's had a long-standing research interest in restorative justice, that is, in the way victims are compensated for crime and the place of the victim in the criminal justice system. He's also published extensively about the regulation of commercial gambling. Indeed, one reviewer of his major book on that area of his research said that it was positively magisterial. David has given evidence to parliamentary select committees. He's been a special advisor to the Culture, Media and Sport Select Committee, and he's been an academic reviewer for the Higher Education Funding Councils and for the Quality Assurance Agency. He's been director of the Centre for Professional Legal Studies at Cardiff. He was deputy head of the school for a period of 4 years and then acting head of the Cardiff Law School. He's made an enormous contribution to the work of the university. He's been a chair and a member of numerous committees. He's made a great contribution to the staff and the students of the law school and indeed the university. His expertise and insightful contribution to the university's work will be missed when he retires later this year, although I'm sure he will go on to bigger and better things in the research field. I'll now move to the formal process of admitting him to the degree. I, Professor Terry Threadgold, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Laws. David Robert Myers.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I roedd doethyr yn y cyfreithiau ac I holl ffraniau'r roedd hon. Congratulations, David.
Can I now invite all of you who have received your awards this morning to stand so that you can receive the greetings of the President, Professor Sir Martin Evans, and of Mr. Ed Carey, the President of the Students' Union. Please stand.
May your care ever be for the good name of our university and the well-being of our world.
You are now members of the distinguished alumni of this university. May your association with the university be cherished and be constant throughout your life. And may your care ever be for the fellowship of our university and for the welfare of all people. Congratulations.
Now, before you sit down, I'm sure that all you very proud graduates would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff University at these ceremonies, and that is to pay a special tribute to your families and friends who have supported you in so many ways over many years, not least financially, and indeed to thank the academic staff who have helped you reach this important point in your life today. Can I therefore invite you to turn around to greet your family and friends and to say a special and public thank you to them by giving them all an enthusiastic round of applause. Thank you, and please be seated.
Vice-Chancellor, the rule of law depends upon the vigour and independence of our top judges, of our Dennings and Binghams, for example. It's ultimately they and their fellows who are our guarantee that governments operate within the law at the macro level. And, as it were, that few Home Secretaries are likely to echo one of its recent holders of that office in claiming, "I made the law." But the rule of law depends equally upon the skill, independence and dedication of countless solicitors throughout the land, who are our guarantee, at a micro level and upwards, that local and national governments, as well as businesses and our neighbours, act tolerably within the law. This is, after all, the level at which most of us live our lives. One such lawyer in Cardiff is David Seligman, the Chief Executive Officer of Capital Law, who has made a singularly significant contribution to the law and to civic, public and artistic life here since the 1950s. He is rightly proud of having initiated the Duty Solicitor Scheme in Cardiff, the first in the country and a model for subsequent legislation. He and his wife Philippa have long been stalwarts of the Labour Party and were leading lights of the influential Fabian Society. He was councillor for Rumney from 1973, Ely from 1979, continuing after various boundary changes in the Carai seat in Ely from 1983 to 95. He served with distinction and influence as a Cardiff councillor, acting for many years as chair of the New Theatre and St David's Hall Committee. Indeed, while we're here, we should look around us and recognise that he had been of most important influence in getting this very hall in which we are today financed and built. At the time, one of the marvels of its age in terms of acoustics and movement of the public in and out and round about. His love of the arts and of opera especially can be inferred from the name of the Seligman Room in the Wales Millennium Centre, that wonder of the next age for its acoustics and public spaces. For many years, he's had connections with and influence on a wide range of arts organisations and on the development of community arts initiatives across the city, so much so that it's tempting for the moment to forget that, in the words of the old poet, a solicitor too he is, wonderful wise, who has made a very considerable contribution to the law in Cardiff, particularly on planning, commercial law and property law. And this, as it were, balances his contributions to public life more generally, to the wider community, to the arts in Cardiff and throughout Wales. He does not, sir, understand the concept of retirement. And his law firm is going through yet another significant phase of development. Over the years, he has been a very generous benefactor to our own School of Laws. Anrhydeulus isganghellor, cyflwyna fi ti, David Seligman fel cymrawd anrhydydd Prifysgol Caerdydd.
Llwyr awdurdod a roddwyd i mi gan y cyngor derbaniaf chwi fel cymrawd anghrydaeth Brifysgol Caerdydd.
President Sir Martin Evans, Vice-Chancellor Dr. David Grant, members of the Academy of the University, the new graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I haven't left anybody out. Thank you, Professor Skelton, for the things that you've said, and my very sincere thanks to Cardiff University for awarding me this honorary fellowship. But may I congratulate all you graduates who received your degrees today. And I see that not only, it's the younger generation, but we've had people here today who were considered more mature students, and I congratulate also. The year I became a solicitor, it was a long time ago, 1964. And at that time, there was a shortage of solicitors, so you're more or less guaranteed a job. And those were the days of 5 years of articles, or if you were lucky and you had a law degree, you could serve 2 years of articles. And invariably, people got employment in the firms where they were articled. The profession was then cushioned economically with the conveyancing monopoly and many other restrictive practices, which thankfully have been swept away over the years. But those of you who are law graduates today and are probably going on to take your legal practice course, the LPC, may find it very difficult indeed to get trainee positions and will at present face intense competition in the search for jobs. But whatever you decide to do, your education and training will stand you in good stead for involving yourself in pro bono work and in the activities of the communities in which you live. I urge you to offer your skills to organisations like the CAB, community centres, volunteer for charity committees and voluntary organisations. They will need your skills. Now, the profession has changed so much over the 46 years that I've been in practice, and the pace of change is accelerating. Soon we'll see the profession changing next year with the introduction of ABS, which is Alternative Business Structures. And I predict that within the next 10 years, certainly, the barristers and solicitors profession, in essence, will fuse. And there may remain a specialist bar, taxation bar, trust bar, but I think, and we've seen it now with the coming into force of alternative business structures, that the profession is going to change dramatically. E-conveyancing will materially change the way in which property transfers will occur, and the profession will have to learn new skills, new IT skills, to keep pace with the changes. The advent of new technology has in many ways made our work more interesting and fulfilling, and access to relevant law, as you probably know, is now available within seconds at the click of a mouse. New technology has resulted in greater stress and pressure from our clients who want to see documentation within hours, where previously we would draft complicated transactions over the course of many days. And some of those changes have been good, and I think mainly the profession as a whole has adopted them. But there are some changes that have occurred rather more recently, which I do deplore. There was a time when there was absolute trust between a client and his lawyer, which was highly valued, and confidentiality between the two was sacrosanct. Recent legislation and court decisions on money laundering have threatened both trust and confidentiality. These are very hard to accept. When one has to start from a position of suspecting the very worst in a client that one may have known for very many years, and when one has a duty to be suspicious and to act on that suspicion without informing the client, it can be a very uncomfortable obligation. This has been paralleled by the erosion of the high status in which most professions were regarded when I qualified many years ago. And although the status of lawyers is not as high as it was, it is for you who are on the brink of your careers to accept responsibility for restoring the respect for the law and for lawyers by the public. Whichever branch of the law you choose or fall into, I hope that you are prepared for the challenges which have come within the profession and from your clients. I hope also that you will one day be able to look back on your life, as I do now, and feel that you have contributed to the well-being and access to justice of others, and not lost the idealism with which you set out now on the next phase of your lives. Remember these wise words of the Indian prophet Krishna: the discharge of one's moral duty supersedes all other pursuits, whether spiritual or material. Let me end with this lovely story of a Cardiff lady who, in giving instructions to her solicitor about the contents of her will, and naming her two daughters as her executrixes and main beneficiaries, added a request that she wished to be cremated and her ashes scattered between Marks and Spencer's and Tesco at Culverhouse Cross. That way, she said, she would be sure they would visit her at least once a week. I wish you all the very best and good luck in whatever your future holds. Thank you very much.
We will now have a musical interlude. I'm delighted to introduce a student from the Cardiff International Academy of Voice. Would you please welcome Carleen Ebbs, accompanied by Jane Samuel.
Thank you so much, Carly. I must say, I can't help being absolutely amazed and uplifted by that sort of singing when it happens just, a few yards away from you. You may have enjoyed it. I certainly did. It's fantastic. Now, as president of the university, I now have the duty to draw these proceedings to a close. This occasion is naturally one of the most pleasurable in the university calendar. It's a joy to be on this platform and to see the pride and the relief and the pleasure of the students as they come through. I should say no longer students, but the graduates as they come through and collect their degrees. It is really a wonderful occasion. And it's wonderful too that we've had the opportunity to share this occasion with today's illustrious fellow, David Seligman. It's a very great honour to greet him and to receive him to the university. Thank you for coming, David. I trust that the pride and joy that you feel today will be with you always. In the years to come, you'll look back on your time at Cardiff University and realise that the happiness you have experienced and the friendships you have made and the depth of knowledge and experience gained will all serve you well in your journey through life. Today, you join the worldwide family of Cardiff University alumni. It's a family that helps you stay in touch with each other and with us. I hope you'll remember and share your experience, that you'll come back to see us often, and that you'll continue to support us, so new generations can benefit, as you have done, from the outstanding teaching and learning at Cardiff University. So, on behalf of the university, your academic staff, the officers, your fellow students, and that great body of alumni throughout the world, I wish you every success in the future.